Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome back to another Starcraft commentary. This is going to be ASL Season 14, Round of 24 Group D. This is going to be the final set played between JYJ, a Terran player in the teal color, or pink, purple, violet color at the 1 o'clock position, and his opponent is Ssak, another Terran player at the 11 o'clock position in the blue color. And looks like on Vermeer, the two players are gonna be both opening up with forward barracks. Ssak's barracks is a little bit more forward than JYJ's. It's almost near the center of the map, whereas JYJ is just protruding out of his expansion. Everything else is quite similar for both of these players. Both players gone for very fast gas and immediately sent 3 SCVs to mine gas. JYJ's barracks gonna finish first, and the SCV is gonna start to go out, and it's gonna be scouting in the right direction. Now the question is it going to meet this other SCV in the middle or not? It looks like the two SCV meet-ish, but Ssak doesn't turn around with his SCV just to check for that additional barracks. And looks like, oh my god, JYJ's gone for the wrong scouting pattern now. He sees the SCV comes in, so he thinks, okay, you are not possibly coming in from that base, and now we might have a kind of a base straight here. The Marine from JYJ is moving way too far from home, and these are the two Marines is gonna be trying to do some kind of attack. 2 Marine and a single SCV. They're gonna start to go in now. Ssak, JYJ's Marine, is still wandering in the dark. I think he caught a glimpse of that now, the Marine from JYJ. But they're gonna be getting on the high ground, and they might stop this factory from going up. And we have a bunker out of nowhere. The 2 Marines start to hit each other, but which Marine got some better engagement? I think it was JYJ's Marine who won. This SCV is gonna start to come out and try to attack and kill the Marines from what's his name, from Ssak, but no, looks like Ssak is able to build and complete his bunker. Looks like JYJ is gonna try to go there for a counter bunker of its own, but the vulture from Ssak is gonna be a little bit faster, and he's gonna start to attack this SCV already. And the vulture arrives, this bunker is gonna get forced to get cancelled. The Marine's gonna try to run out outside of the way of this vulture, and already things have started very poorly for JYJ. But very lucky for him, he's gonna be able to get in and force a cancel, or at least delay this SCV considerably. And he is not losing that SCV. Ssak's micro is just way too good, and the vulture popping out at just the right time. Now looks like Ssak's gonna have to, Ssak's gonna have a huge contain on his enemy's base, because JYJ was just too greedy with his scouting Marine. He tried to go and and scout in the bottom left side of the map, and that didn't really pay out for him. And now these two vultures gonna get up on high ground. We have a single tank popping out just in time, and this vulture is going to get sniped. Both of the vultures are still alive. They hit one SCV building, the command center. This tank from JYJ is all the way in the back. The other vulture is able to escape out. It might try to force another attack, but no, that really delayed Ssak's base. But now that tank, I think, is gonna outrange the bunker. Yeah, it definitely outranged the bunker, so that bunker is gonna be forced to get repaired. Just buying a bit more time. Also try to take out the SCV, try to repair it. Very good. But now more vultures coming in, and that tank is very close to dying. We have a second tank that comes out. 2 tanks attacking. The bunker dies. This tank is gonna walk right into the mine, but he's trying very hard to not get hit by mines. Oh my god, he's so close to the mines. But looks like Ssak's gonna be just fine. JYJ is gonna be just fine. He is not gonna be just fine now. He needs to use his vulture to come out to help repair. But the other vultures from JYJ is not there to try to attack that really wounded tank. wounded tank. I guess tank is not a biological creature, so it cannot get wounded. That damaged tank is gonna try to walk out once again and try to secure a nice area in this mid game. He's gonna be going around because he knows there's gonna be some mines on the high ground. So JYJ takes a long way, but he's very far from home. His reinforcement must be purely vultures, otherwise these tanks are gonna be just stranded here in the outside of the map. Ssak once again finds himself up by about 6 supply. He built some Wraith for defensive measures because his siege, I think his siege mode is gonna be a little bit later than his enemy. A huge ton of a group of vultures coming out. That's the total of 7 vultures. These 2 tanks gonna be very careful. Oh my god, the tank! One of the tank hit one of the mines. And now he's gonna be forced to be on the back foot here. One tank is being repaired by the SCV. The vultures are trying to secure this area, but we're gonna have I think a Wraith coming up soon, and that's gonna be the end of this attack. JYJ is trying very hard to try to secure this base, but no, siege mode is ready, and the tank from JYJ is gonna get forced to get I guess to go home. The first raid is gonna try to go out for the harassment, not so much going for the attack anymore. But Comsat station is ready. JYJ is gonna be able to finally save one of his tanks, but I think Ssak is up by 2 tanks. Sak's had a ton of tanks. This vulture is gonna try to harass some SCV. The one of the corner is being attacked, but for now JYJ is contained of just sitting inside of his main. And also establishing a little bit of a presence here in the middle area of the map, this Middle Earth. 2 raids out now for Ssak. One attacking the SCV on the mineral line, the other trying to take out the barracks that is floating. This Goliath is going to be able to try to attack and not possibly killing out the Wraith, but damaging it a little bit. This barracks line is just to be a little bit more annoying, as well as to check what his enemies is doing with his with his add-on on the starport. Looks like the add-on was not blinking, so it's not going to be Cloak Wraith, at least not for a few minutes. 4 tanks and 8 vultures are going to be heading out for Ssak here. JYJ's defense is quite good with a lot of mines to spot, but now the mines gonna be useless because these units have Comsat stationed. Does JYJ abandoned the mid area that he has right now? Looks like he is going to abandon this mid area because the tanks are moving on it. Vultures try to come out to snipe these other vultures, but no, the tanks are way too strong. And let's see where are the sieging tanks from JYJ. Looks like they're gonna be sieging on the lower side. So that base at the 12 o'clock is going to go to Ssak. He's got both the air dominance as well as the ground dominance. Vultures from JYJ trying to do a kind of like an encirclement, but not successful. The vultures from Ssak proved to be stronger. Ssak is now up by about 16 supply. JYJ once again finds himself in the back foot, and Sakk's vultures get all the way out to this area of the map. It's gonna start to lay some mine, but this group of vultures is way too small to be able to contain JYJ's advance, and he's gonna be able to secure this area for now. You know, I guess his beginning of the game was terrible, but he seems to be doing just fine for the mid game. A lot of tanks from Ssak is gonna be coming in. JYJ gets the first siege. He's sieging first, and he's gonna be able to shell some units, but it looks like the tanks from JYJ is finding itself stranded in this other side. These tanks from JYJ are not able to help to reinforce this area. Vultures coming in, but we have more tank coming out, and tanks from Ssak is gonna be able to get surrounded, and the tanks from JYJ is doing a very good job. And the last tank from JYJ is going to fall here, and so all of a sudden JYJ was able to get a huge advantage because Ssak overcommitted Ssak had a lot of better forces, but he tried to push it too hard. He tries to move into the main of JYJ's main base. The last Goliath was picked out by this 4 Wraith with Cloak. We have more Goliaths inside the main, but they're far from home. No, they're not that far from home. The first Goliath comes out, and those Wraiths are gonna try to focus on the Goliath, but that's gonna be a mistake. A lot of Goliath are in the area, and finally all of these paper airplanes, all of this paper toys from Ssak was just rendered useless, and now JYJ is gonna have a good lead, I think, into the mid game. Ssak is still reinforcing a lot of his army, but JYJ's armies, especially JYJ's tanks, survived during that engagement, and so they're gonna be doing just fine in the mid game. Sak's got air dominance, but his paper planes won't be able to be that much of a match against his Goliaths. Also, Sak's command center got there first, but these vultures gonna be coming down. They're gonna start to lay some mine first to kind of get some vision. But some tanks from Ssak, from JYJ is here to be able to secure this area. So these vultures won't be able to come in for some kind of harassments. They come in anyway, and they're not gonna be able to come out alive because so many tanks are in the area. They're gonna try to inflict as much damage as possible and then die for the cause, die for Sparta. But these guys won't be able to make it home, and so now JYJ lost a couple of SCVs, but in exchange I think he killed a squadron, about 6 or 7 vultures, so maybe that is worth it for him. JYJ is still behind by about 6 supply, but it's a lot better than what he had previously. These 2 tanks didn't die out, so that's very lucky for Ssak. He's gonna be able to repair them. The starport from JYJ is not blinking at all. Looks like JYJ completely abandoned the air idea, and he's gonna be just relying mainly on his Goliath to counter the air risk from Ssak. Okay, looks like we're in the 12-minute mark. The game is still quite tense. Once again, Ssak just slowly get up in supply and try to, gain the advantage in every possible small ways. JYJ is good, but he's not as witty and not as clever as Ssak, I think. These two Goliaths are, in position to intercept, and he probably needs to build another turret near the water area because that's gonna stop these units from coming in. But they come in anyway. A lot of vultures, but the tank pop out just in time, and he's so lucky, Ssak. JYJ. He's able to take out this entire groups of vultures. Maybe, nope. The vultures were able to attack and kill out some of the SCVs, but that damage could have been a lot worse. And now JYJ is able to go back and start to make his new command center. His 4th command center is gonna be faster than Ssak. So, Ssak is good, but I guess JYJ is not bad either, and aided by luck. JYJ was so lucky. The drop of his enemy didn't really pay out. But now we have 7 Wraith running around in various locations. He might try to do a huge punch in the middle of the map. We have some Goliaths as well as some turrets and more reinforcement coming from behind from JYJ. He needs to siege now. He needs to abandon these tanks. These tanks are completely useless. He abandons it and uses backward tanks to have to defend. Sakk's armies is quite strong. JYJ's armies is getting a little bit thinned out, but never count Ssak out, never count JYJ out, because like these kind of moves, JYJ sneaks a couple of vultures out, attack and kill out the SCV that was building the 4th command center. And it looks like finally now JYJ starts his 4th command center as well. A huge Terran army come out and they try to get a circle, and this circle completely surrounds Sakk's JYJ's tanks. They got better concave, but anyways, JYJ lives. He needs to rally his forces better. Wraith coming out, try to take out some of the tanks on this area, and that was a good move. But looks like JYJ is bleeding way too many units. Finally, the SCVs from Ssak gets sent. We have some vultures coming out here. They try to take out some of the SCV also building this command center, and it's gonna delay JYJ a little bit further. JYJ had a good grip of this game, but now looks like Ssak is gonna be getting back here, and Ssak is also building his 5th command center as well at the 8 o'clock position. Suddenly we still have a lot of mines in this area for some reason. Finally, Ssak is able to secure this area. If JYJ goes and go for some kind of a dropship play, he might be able to bust this contain. But for now, this contain from Ssak is quite strong. But never count JYJ out. Look at this, guys. JYJ's got 3 Valkyries, which are going to be able to help counter the raid when the raid arrives. A total of 8 raids. Looks like Ssak once again push in prematurely. I don't approve of this move from Ssak. He's got the worst concave in the world. The tanks from JYJ is spread out very strong. No raids in the area, but at least now these 3 tanks, if we move a little bit forward, is going to be able to shell the main area. But some Goliaths come out, and now more tanks from Ssak are gonna get destroyed, and all of the Sak's that are tanks that are a little bit far forward got destroyed, and that was a critical mistake, I think, from Ssak. Now it's gonna be JYJ who can repair his tanks, and JYJ's got 4 bases as well, the same as Ssak, but JYJ is gonna be up by about 10 supply. He knows that he got a little bit of a better engagement there. He traded better, but he doesn't know about Sakk's new command center. So that is going to be something that's going to matter going into the mid to late game. +2 weapons and +1 armor for Ssak. For JYJ, it's only +1 weapons. Once again, the better concave is going to be in Sakk's favor. Look at the amount of tanks he has over here. These raids are going to try to do some kind of attack, and they have cloak. But remember, the Valkyries are somewhere in this area. He's gonna try to attack, and he's walking in right into the Valkyrie, trying to snipe the Valkyrie. We don't have the Comsat station. The Comsat station is finally here, and the Valkyrie is gonna try to take out as many raids as possible. The raids goes inside of the main base. We have some turrets ready, but not enough. And the raid comes back out, but we have Goliaths in place as well. That Goliath has some kind of exorcism or something, because it was not attacking the raid even though the raids are flying right over its head. 5th command center going to be set up now by JYJ. He's going to try to force out of his containment here. He's able to kill 2 tanks, but JYJ also takes 2 tanks back. So this containment is still very strong. And this battle for the 12 o'clock position, I don't think that matters that much, because you know, there's plenty of bases to take, and unless Ssak goes and take this base to the 12 o'clock position and build a lot of turrets next to it, you know, this containment doesn't really matter. 2 dropships are out now for JYJ. If he goes to some kind of push, he might be able to push over, but looks like JYJ tries his luck again in this mid area, completely surround the 4 tanks. Some Goliaths coming out to help, but that's not gonna be what JYJ needs at this point. He needs more than Goliath, he needs tanks. And look at the sieging locations was excellent for Ssak, attacking and killing a lot of these tanks that are coming down. He has just a single tanks remaining, single Goliath, not be able to take out these vultures. And the vultures gonna surround the Goliath now, and some wraith coming down as well. Oh my freaking god lord, what the hell happened there? I think 4 Goliaths, 4 vultures just completely melted with the Goliath. We have 3 dropship coming out now. These raids are gonna try to secure this area. He might try to pick up the raids, but very good scan. And let's see if this tank is going to drop right over the raids. They're going to drop right over the raids. And do we have some Goliaths in the area? Yes, we do have just a single Goliath. And that was one of the weakest drop we've ever seen. And now Ssak is up by a staggering 20 supply. After engagement, he lost 3 dropships and all of the cargo, all of the containment for nothing. We have more raid coming out here, and they're just gonna massacre these tanks. And the tanks from Ssak comes out. They're on the low ground, but that doesn't really matter. Oh my god, that mine hit was just ridiculous. We have another mine hit, and now the vultures find themselves in this base. The SV needs to surround and attack the vultures, but at least they're gonna be doing okay. And these tanks are gonna start to shell this area from the south side. JYJ just doesn't have enough forces to deal with this. That vultures provide even vision for that area. And we have a counter drop here from JYJ. 2 dropship crossing the map. But I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference. He's trying very hard, but we have some SCV also being transferred as well. And so the dropship from Ssak is gonna be able to catch up with these dropships. The 4 raids are gonna be able to go out there and also attack that. But let's see how much damage these units can do. They're gonna land somewhere. Goliaths and also as well as tanks. Goliath are gonna try to take out as many units as possible, but no, JYJ GG and Ssak qualifies together with Soki, and that was a nice and intense game. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Oh, look at that, so many girls came out. Wow, Ssak is the ladies man, and not so much this guy. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.